Hey guys, I'm doing a quick little video here. I hope it's quick. With some apologies, and this is for our new puppy parents. I was going to type it out, but honestly I'm exhausted and I don't think I'll be able to relay what's going on in text form. I don't think it's going to work. So first I got behind with the holidays with our puppy culture protocols. So I am behind on puppy culture protocols. Now, there's no rule, right? It's not like I'm not contracted to do anything. This is things that I do with our puppies to help them out and to help you, the new puppy parents, out. But personally, I feel an obligation that I want to do these things. I was behind with the holidays. As some of you may know, my husband and I co-parent our grandson with my oldest son. But he doesn't have a maternal figure other than me. So while I joke and say that I'm on grandmommy duty, technically, as his only maternal figure, I don't go off duty. It's an all-day thing. So it's hard to separate myself from a 3-year-old who's very needy, and also my desire to work with the puppies and do all the things that I normally do. Now they're right on par for potty box training. They're perfect. They're doing great on crate conditioning. Considering I haven't spent a lot of one-on-one, they're doing very well in the crates. They go in the crates to nap on their own. They're eating their meals in the crates. They're doing very well. As far as the clicker training and manding, we've done Power Up the Clicker. They understand the clicker. The older litter, Rainera's litter, has had a couple training sessions with manding. Real quick, if you don't know, manding is an automatic sit to replace a jump, and it's the first step before we start doing like sit, down, place, all that kind of stuff. And I love it because the puppies just sit at your feet and look up at you with attention, as a form of communication to say, hey, I need you. You have to interpret it what they need. Do you want a pet? Do you want a treat? Do you want to go outside? But they're looking at you instead of jumping. Jumping is natural. It's a normal puppy behavior. It's a normal puppy behavior that we as humans find annoying. And so it's called manding, and it's just a way to replace that jumping action. So instead of jumping for your attention, they're sitting for your attention. It is not the same as a command sit. It's not a command. It's something the puppies willingly do. Okay, with that being said, Rainera's litter had 2, maybe 3 sessions, and they're not doing so well because they're always full and they're not treat motivated right now because mama is going in there a lot. Rainera is having a hard time as a first-time mama, and I have not experienced this. Even my other overly mothering mothers have weaned and taken themselves away with breaks and allowed me to go in there and I feed them, and that's their primary nutrition, is me feeding them. Rainera is having a hard time. She doesn't want to be in there. Like, she'll go in there to nurse and she's like, holy crap, like, look at these puppies are attacking me. This is a lot. I need a break. But when she's away from them, she's anxious. And so then everything in her being, everything in her body is telling her, I need to get back to these babies. When she gets back to them, she's like, ooh, mama, I don't want to be in here. Get me out. And she whines to get out. So she's going back and forth. This is not helpful in several ways. The puppies are full. They're not eating well. They're not eating as much as my other litters would be eating at this stage. I feed my puppies individually, so I know food amounts. They eat in their crates, separate bowls, so I know how much they're eating, and they're not eating as much because mama is keeping them full. Trying to treat train them, with treats being their reforcer and rewarding. If they're not food motivating, then food is not rewarding. They're too young for toys or praise to be rewarding, right? So I'm in this kind of dilemma where, as Rainera is trying to figure herself out and figure out her cues on what she should be doing, it's kind of hindering my kind of schedule on what we're doing. Now, normally I would say it doesn't matter, except for we have puppies going home in a week, and she has to step away a little bit, right? She's going to have a really hard time when the puppies leave. So yesterday we started, I pull her away and I keep her with me. We're in the kitchen. I'm giving her treats. I'm rewarding her for being, not whining and not hyper focusing on the puppies. I'm taking her outside to go potty, and we're spending time outside where I'm constantly calling her to me. And then after several hours, rewarding her and allowing her to go in with the puppies, showing her that they're still there and that they're okay. But as I'm focusing on her and her well-being and her mental state, it's less on the puppies. I've got a week. I still will get manding. I've got a week before Rainier's litter leaves, and I will still get to manding. But I feel like at this point, puppies being well socialized, potty box trained, conditioned to the crate. Remember, that's not crate trained. It just means that they find the crate pleasant at this point. And that should make crate training, if you so choose, which I suggest you do, crate training should be a little smoother. You're still gonna have to put in the hard work. You're gonna have to let them out to potty at night, or make them a pen with the potty box available as they come out of their crate to potty. We could talk about all those things. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. But I just need to do a confession that I'm at a standstill, that I've never had a mama kind of have such anxiety being away from the puppies, that I have to help her, and I have to consider her well-being, because I don't want this to happen again. And if this happens a second time, I probably will not breed her, because I'm not going to watch her mental state kind of be affected, right? I'm not going to see her stress over puppies. It should be a pleasant experience for her and I, and me, her and me and her, me and her. So that's kind of where I'm at, and this is just kind of a little confession, that everybody's doing wonderful. The puppies are doing great. They're socializing well. Moving Rain's puppies in the house was great for them. They're all benefiting. I'm going in there and spending some time. But I just may not have done my mental checklist of all the puppy culture protocols that I normally do between the holidays and now, with Rainier having a tough time being away. But also not wanting to be in, right? Does that make sense? She doesn't want to be in there, but she doesn't want to be away. Everything in her being is telling her, I need to take care of my puppies. But when she's in there, she's like, holy cow, I need to take a break. So my goal right now is to help her while still socializing and doing everything we need to do to make sure that we give your puppies a good solid foundation for when they go home. Okay? So if you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, this is just my little confession. I may delete it later and feel like a complete idiot, or I may just put it behind the puppy portal so no one else can see. But yeah, this is kind of where we're at. And if you have any questions, please let me know. So yeah, that's it. That's our crazy husky life, right? It's a challenge sometimes. But I appreciate you all so much for your patience and your understanding while we kind of get through this, and I experience something new that I haven't ever experienced before in 12 years. All right, guys, have a good day.